Hello everyone. Today we will be going over how to analyze some of the information from an income statement. For this problem, we will be using an income statement from the Home Depot. So as you can see, here's the income statement from the Home Depot. As you can see, all of these numbers are in millions. So net sales, you have $110,225 million. Cost of goods sold at $72,653 million. Gross profit at $37,572. Selling, general, and administrative expenses at $19,740 million. Depreciation and amortization at $1,989 million. Operating income at $15,843 million. Interest and investment income at $73 million. Interest expense at $1,201 million, and as you can see, it's negative. Usually it would be in parentheses, but for whatever reason, Excel wasn't letting me do that. Income before income taxes at $14,715 million. Income tax expense at $3,473 million. And finally, net income at $11,242 million. Your job is to answer the following three questions. Is this income statement presented in the single-step or multi-step format? What is the company's approximate income tax rate? And finally, what is the percentage of net income relative to net sales? Alright, so for this first question, we can easily tell that this income statement is presented in the multiple step format because of the fact that it starts with net sales, which is then followed by cost of goods sold, and is then followed by gross profit. The single step format does not present net sales or gross profit in this way. In fact, gross profit isn't even really on the single step income statement. The next thing that tells us that this is a multi-step income statement is the fact that operating income is being presented right here. Again, the single step income statement doesn't present operating income. And so those two things, being gross profit and operating income, basically give this question away and tell you that this income statement is presented in the multiple step format. So just put multi-step. Alright, so for this second question, what is the company's approximate income tax rate? This is a pretty easy percentage to figure out. All you have to do is divide income tax expense by the income before income taxes. So for us, we can just do equals and then the income tax expense of $3,473 million divided by the income before income taxes of $14,715 million. And gives us this decimal, but to make it a percentage, just click the percentage thing in Excel and then add two decimal places. And this tells us that the company's approximate income tax rate is 23.60%. So for the last question, what is the percentage of net income relative to net sales? Again, this is a pretty easy percentage to figure out. All we have to do is divide net income by net sales. So for us, that would be equals $11,242 million divided by $110,225 million. Gives us that decimal. Let's do the same thing. Percentage, two decimal places. And this tells us that the percentage of net income relative to net sales is 10.2%. Alright, and that's it for today. I mean, this is pretty easy analysis, not too hard of questions, just some things that you might see on an assignment or on a test, but it's good to know these things and know how to read an income statement. Just takes practice and time to get better at it, and eventually you'll be able to do it very easily, and you'll be able to identify what parts of the income statement you need to find and what are important. So yeah, thank you all for watching and have a wonderful day.